Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Fantastic Four issue 12. And they did a very good job setting up this issue because I'm like, alright, we've got the Thing going on his honeymoon, and we're gonna have the Thing fighting the Hulk. How's this gonna work out? And they did a very well done job of setting up a feasible plot for how that works out, and I really enjoyed kind of seeing where this is going to kind of go. So we start off and we see that the Thing is going to have his point where he will turn back into a human for a set amount of time, and they've set it up to work for his honeymoon. It's like, yeah, Reed's got him an accurate readout and everything. They're like, all right, just let us take care of this stuff. They take the Fantastic Four communicator from him. Alicia at first is like pretty much trying to get Val to look after the cats, but she's like, listen, when I tell you to take care of the cats, that doesn't mean make machines to take care of the cats. And then defaulting to Franklin to actually taking care of the cats. And they fly off, and of course they get a dig at Johnny's expense about the scrolls and him marrying a scroll. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry, Johnny, you'll get past it. But we see that the Thing and Alicia get to their island, their island getaway for their honeymoon, and the dude is only able to carry like one of the things, and he's like straining and everything, and Ben tips him by giving him a signed autograph of himself. And I like Alicia's kind of hitting him on it. He's like, hey, those things go for like $60 on eBay, and he barely did anything. I'm like, yeah, but you got a lot of stuff, and he did carry at least one of the things. And he shouldn't feel too bad about the dude because he evidently was supposed to call somebody when the Thing showed up. And he's like, hey, did you wire everything to my account and all that? But he's like, huh, they must have hung up or whatnot. But it's more than that because we see that another couple hanging around the beach, their cell phone service stops as well. So whoever is involved in this has decided to shut down all communications on this island. It's like, that ain't good. So we switch over, and it's at night, and we see that there's this boat in the seas, and something's freaking coming through. We already have an idea of what it is. We're like, whatever it is, it's heading for the island, and their ship pretty much gets screwed. And we see a nice scene where we see Alicia and the Thing talking, and just she's talking about what will happen to his rig, and it's forged vibranium, so it'll stay as big as it is because he made it so that way. Reed made it for him so that way, whenever he's clobbering something, it'll be just as strong and won't break or he'll lose it or anything like that. I'm like, that is a pretty damn smart idea all around. I'm like, yes. I'm surprised there isn't like some person that goes around being like, hey, I can make superhero wedding rings out of vibranium. And was like, yes, because a lot of them get married, and a lot of them are punching things. So Alicia decides to get down and have her own little moment of giving him a ring, so that way when he's human, he can have a wedding band as well. And it was just a nice, cute scene as they're kind of bonding together. And then, of course, boom, the Hulk shows up. And of course, Ben is kind of confused. He's kind of more of a literate Hulk than what we're used to. Well, not like Professor Hulk or anything like that, but using more words and everything, and just kind of like bashing on everything. He's like, what the hell's going on? Ben's really confused, and we're like, what's going on here? We come to find out that Puppet Master had used the clay that Doom had given him to control the Hulk. And it's like, that is a very bad scenario. Works. We got a lot of good conflict out of it, but that is a bad scenario to have somebody in control of the Hulk like that. So he's pretty much trying to go out and saying stuff about smashing and always wanting to say that, Ben being really confused. And usually I'd hit and say that, like, okay, Ben would be smarter than this and figure out what's going on, but he is also in a different frame of mind. Like, he was on his honeymoon, and then out of nowhere the Hulk pops up, and he's got to figure out how to keep Alicia safe. But he gets like banged up. We see that the island and people are getting hurt and everything, and Ben pretty much tells them to get out of there and get people safe. He even gets to the Ray guy and tells him to try and have Alicia be safe. And meanwhile, the Hulk is pretty much gotten him in the water. He's like, what, are you going to drown me now? I was like, no, that's too good for you. That's too peaceful. How about we put you on the rocks? As he tosses him into pretty much a cliff face and starts a rock slide that covers pretty much everybody there. Now, granted, they're still alive, but of course, this puts Ben into the position of being like, that's it. You and I have all the time in the world, as we see that his time until he turns back into human is counting down, and he really doesn't have that much time at all. It's like, okay, Ben, you really need to go on the offensive and do this, because he tried to use a normal tactic to say, hey, Hulk, you're the strongest one, but of course that's not getting through to the Hulk. It's the puppet master, and I like how they set this up, and I can't wait to see how Ben deals with the time constraints and what he's going to be able to do to try and get the Hulk either back under Banner's control or like knock him out, so that way he can make sure everybody else on the island is safe by the time he changes back. So I'm like, all right. And then also in this issue, we got a set up backstory for the Future Foundation, and this was a nice little setup. We see that Professor Power is having to try and save the Future Foundation from creepy ass motherfucking aliens trying to eat them, and they're only like being able to keep him back with light, but that's not going to work as well. He's like, okay, we only have enough power for teleport 2 people and then bringing them back, and we need to go get somebody. Well, they're able to use Dragon Man to be the teleporter, so it doesn't change. You'd say, hey, isn't that 2 people? No, technically he's the teleporter. So they're able to use his power and teleport to Julie Powers. And she's not having a good time. She has pretty much flunked out of college. She broke up with her girlfriend, and she's not doing well at all. It's really sucking. But, of course, her brother shows up and is like, hey, we kind of need your help with something. She's like, all right, fine, just let me go do some stuff. And he's like, I'm sorry about this. And they teleport there, and she's able to get everybody out of there. And, of course, she starts kind of unloading all of her troubles on her brother. And her brother's like, I'm so sorry. What can I do to help? And granted, I like that he's like, hey, you can come and work with me in the Future Foundation. She's got a lot of ideas. Like, hey, fine. Because they were both having kind of a crisis of identity, pretty much. Whereas Professor Power's like, I don't know if I'm good out for this. And Julie's like, I don't know if I'm good out for this. So it was nice to kind of bring them back together, but she is running away from her problems, and she's going to have to deal with them eventually. So I kind of like that story, and just all that kind of setup and entailed. I'm like, that was a nice, effective stinger to put it with this Fantastic Four issue. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.